On the news tonight, focus on President Tinubu's France visit. Emphasis on voluntary testing amidst HIV/AIDS prevalence. Plus, latest in the entertainment world. Hello, welcome to Enter Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Uluwabukola Akonde. First on our bulletin tonight, the need for backward integration of benefits accruing from deepening of bilateral relations with France, guests on Good Morning Nigeria say must be prioritized to impact on Nigerians across the value chains. They were emphatic that though it is laudable that various memorandum of understanding have been signed, implementations must be holistic. Lydia Sampson report.
Nigeria and France stand to gain from the recent state visit by President Bola Tinubu, guests on Good Morning Nigeria say is not in doubt. They, however, wants Nigerians to also robustly engage with neighboring African francophone countries whose relationship with France at the moment is not very cordial.
These things are welcomed, right? They are good development, but of course it will not be okay if they are just optics, things that just happened without us being mindful of implementation.
Strongly believe that this visit is strategic, and it is my hope that the deals that have been signed, especially the infrastructural development deal.
For government representatives on the delegation to France who witnessed proceedings firsthand, it is a genuine win-win interaction premised on friendship.
So it was so clear that that visit was important to President Macron, as it was also important to President Tinubu. So from there they went to sign an agreement. The agreement in the areas of addressing insecurity, ensuring education for all, and in order to further investment in agri.
They are optimistic of more positive results from the Francophone Nigeria business engagements, with frontline investors sealing business agreements. With France being a renowned economy in Europe and Nigeria a leading country in Africa, the guests agree collaborations must be followed by total commitment to harness benefits. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the state's food security systems and central logistic hub at Ketu Ejiri Ekpe, scheduled for completion in 2025, must stabilize market prices and ensure food sufficiency for Lagos residents. The governor stated this during an inspection of ongoing projects in the Ekpe area of Lagos. Joy Ken Abapoya report.
This project, Lagos will drive the cost of food down by more than 50% when completed.
The ongoing Lagos State Food Security Systems and Central Logistics Hub project, which sits on 220 hectares of land, will also house one of the largest abattoirs in Africa, a truck park, and a clinic. The major purpose, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says, is to mitigate shortages and protect residents from food insecurity.
It was all a belief. It was all an idea that was on the paper. It was all a vision that was just in our head. But we're convinced that what drives the world is clear vision. Once you have a vision and you can put a strategy to it, then you can make it a reality.
The governor also inspected construction work on the 500-bed psychiatric hospital, Ekpe.
We believe that we've seen enough health challenges in terms of mental health issues, and we need to make a classic case of this and make sure that it's first in class, the best that people can come in, come for psychotherapy, psycho-rehabilitation, and get well.
Earlier at the inaugural Isimi Lagos Festival held at Isimi Lagos Wellness and Polo Country Estate in Ekpe, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the project is part of government's efforts to enhance tourism development and growth in the state.
It will be the birth of a different kind of wellness, a different kind of work-play environment.
In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
Meanwhile, as part of the Bureau of Public Service Reform statutory mandate to research and the implementation of reform efforts across the public sector, the progress on the National Anti-Corruption Strategy remains a crucial area of interest owing to its socio-economic importance in governance and the need to strengthen institutions, promote transparency and accountability. Director General Bureau of Public Service Reforms Dasuki Arabi stated this at a validation workshop on the impact assessment of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy on governance and transparency. Our correspondents report.
The review by key stakeholders aimed at praising the study on the implementation of the effectiveness of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy in addressing corruption, promoting transparency, and identifying gaps, challenges, and opportunities for improvement. The Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reforms, who was represented, said in an attempt to examine the impacts on the implementation of the policy in Nigeria, the Bureau, working with a private consultant, embarked on a research survey to, among others, involve in various policies and programs aimed at mainstreaming anti-corruption principles in governance and service delivery.
It is pertinent to state that the signing of the National Anti-Corruption by Nigeria signal the comprehensive efforts by the federal government's commitment to strengthen institutions, enhance transparency, and promote accountability.
The question is, what do we do with them?
Findings have shown that while some progress was made in implementing the planned activity, there are significant portions that could have been satisfactorily implemented.
The hopes is that the lessons learned from this, in terms of what has worked and what has not worked so well, would help to then strengthen the implementation and impact of the next strategy, which is presently on.
We view this process as an opportunity to affirm the principles of inclusivity, accountability, and evidence-based decision-making.
We'll be excited if the motive of this review is to make sure that in truth and in practice that the war against corruption is being achieved.
As the foremost professional body for legal practitioners, the NBA remains committed to upholding the rule of law and fostering a culture of integrity and justice.
The review recommended 5 pillars for action that include prevention, public engagement, ethical reorientation, reinforcement and sanction, as well as recovery and management of proceeds of crime. Haman Jabani, NTA News.
Just before we go on a break, for the unwanted narrative of HIV prevalence in the country, Nigerians and relevant authorities must place a premium on voluntary self-testing to address the culture of ignorance. Dre Popola report that stakeholders stress the importance of lifestyle modification and relentless campaign on preventive measures reach every nook and corner of the country.
With the advent of COVID-19, which took the world by surprise, attention of major health stakeholders was divided, a situation that made many Nigerians not to remember the threat of HIV/AIDS. But the virus is still rearing its ugly head even as Nigerians continue their normal life. Stakeholders say the campaign is yielding the desired results with effective management.
4.something%. Today we are talking of prevalence of 1.3, 1.4. What that means is that if back then you take all of us in Nigeria and put us in one room and you select 200 people, out of that you will see about 6 people testing HIV positive. However, this time around, if you repeat that, you will see only 3. So that means that a lot of work has been done.
For those people who still don't know their status, there are now ways, as you mentioned, HIV self-screening or HIV self-testing, where people can test and know their status in their own private spaces where there's no stigma and no discrimination. I think also we know now, and we've seen in many African countries, that HIV can be dealt with almost as a chronic illness, and people can live, healthy lives.
With collaboration of all relevant agencies, experts believe the target of addressing the threat by 2030 is feasible. In Lagos, Joel Bukbuola, NTA News.
You are live on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a short break. After the timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
Chief, you are welcome. Oh, this people says. Oh, thank God, the light is back.
Oh, again? Why are you still living in the past? Have you not heard of solar?
Chief, forget all these fake products in the market.
Don't get mad. Get Viforce and Zantres American solar battery and panel. It is the original Indian product in the market. Approved by Sun. Viforce and Zantres America. Tubular battery. They have super inverter, Zantres MPPT controller, and street light for church, offices, factories, mosque, hospital, even industries. Visit Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited, head office, Easy Blessed Plaza, F10 and 11, Alaba Arago Junction, Alaba International Market. Ring them on 08036 830 557 08039 644 115. Viforce and Zantres America. Solution to steady life.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Now we move to the foreign news tonight. Biden pardons son Hunter amid controversy. Mary Effiong is standing by for more details.
U.S. President Joe Biden has pardoned his son Hunter Biden for firearms and tax convictions, despite initially saying he wouldn't use his presidential power to grant him clemency. President Biden claims his son was singled out, selectively and unfairly persecuted because of their family name. In a statement, President Biden explained that people are rarely brought to trial for felony charges related to gun forms or late tax payments, especially if they've paid back the taxes with interest and penalties. He believes Hunter's cases were driven by politics, with several congressional opponents pushing for prosecution to attack him and his presidency. In progression, protests have erupted in Georgia's capital, Tbilisi, for the fourth consecutive night, with thousands demonstrating against the government's decision to suspend EU membership talks. The protests, backed by President Salom Zurabichvili, have turned violent, resulting in injuries and arrests. That's it on foreign news. I am Mary Effiong.
And on the entertainment news tonight, Davido sells out Amsterdam Ziggo Dome Arena. Daniel Archer is standing by for more details.
Afrobeat star Davido brought the house down at Amsterdam's Ziggo Dome Arena, delivering a sold-out concert that featured his biggest hits, including Awuke. The Nigerian superstar was joined on stage by special guests Zlatan, Peruzzi, and Dako. The concert comes hot on the heels of Davido's birthday bash in Atlanta, where he headlined the State's Farm Arena alongside other top artists. This latest show cements Davido's status as one of Africa's most in-demand performers. Fans are eagerly anticipating his next move. Moving on, Big Brother Naija star Queen Mercy Atang is spreading holiday cheer with a festive Instagram post. The reality TV star shared stunning photos of herself in a red outfit, wishing her followers a Merry Christmas and expressing gratitude for her blessings. Queen also subtly addressed rumors about her marriage to King David Oyekomi, reaffirming her commitment to him. Fans are praising her for tackling the speculation with elegance and confidence. That's it on entertainment news. I am Daniel Atru.
And to wrap up for the English segment of the news tonight is Sport Update, as Rivers United reclaimed top spot as the Ikorodu City moved to third place. Our correspondent is standing by for more details.
In the Nigerian Premier Football League results, Ikorodu City convincingly defeated Akwa United 4-1 in a one-sided match, extending their unbeaten streak to 6 games and climbing to third place in the standings, just 2 points shy of the league leaders. In a separate games, Emmanuel Amuniche's Heartland FC made a remarkable comeback to triumph over Nasarawa United with a score of 3-2 at the Dananyim Stadium. The Naze Millionaires secured their win with goals from Promise Anyau, Suraj Lawal and Christian Moloku, while Anas Yusuf and Garba Abubakar netted for the Solid Miners. Rivers United achieved an important 1-0 victory at home against Kano Pillars thanks to a 30-minute strike from Okon Aniekeme, while Niger Tornadoes won 2-1 against Remo Stars in Minna. Today's matches feature Eimba taking on Rangers International. In badminton, the Badminton Confederation of Africa, in partnership with the Badminton Federation of Nigeria, has initiated the Road to Los Angeles 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games in Abuja. This initiative aims to ensure early preparation so that Nigeria and other African badminton players can qualify and strive for podium finishes at the upcoming Games.
With the support of all the stakeholders that have been brought in place, with support of BCA, we intend even to take this idea to other African nations.
What we are all saying is, let's join hands, come and do something, contribute, support, sponsor. With better funding, I can tell you the sky is the limit.
In other news, Eddie Hearn, promoter of Anthony Joshua, has announced that the former two-time heavyweight champion is expected to make his much anticipated return to the ring in 2025. This comes after Joshua's significant defeat to Daniel Dubois, which hindered his hopes of reigning dominance in the boxing arena. Now 35, Joshua is at a pivotal point in his career, but Hearn has rejected speculation about retirement, emphasizing that the British-Nigerian boxer is committed to continue his professional journey. For Sport Update, Amazongo, NTA News.
And that concludes the English segment of the news tonight, as Olatunde Atakenu is standing by for the news translation in Yoruba. Once again, thanks for joining us. I am Uluwabukola Akode. A very good evening to you.
ìròyìn ló ń dé sétí gbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ ètò fìkàlẹ̀ sí èkó Ọlátúndé Àtàkẹ́nù lóníròyìn yín. lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà ni ó ti jẹ́ wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti ń buwọ́lu ìwé àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè mìíràn lójúnà láti mú kí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé àti ìgbáyégbádùn gbogbo ènìyàn rọrùn púpọ̀. ẹ̀wẹ̀ àwọn àlejò lórí ètò wa Good Morning Nigeria ṣàlàyé pé ó pọn dandan pé kí àwọn àjọṣepọ̀ yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹwu kí ó má sì jẹ́ lérèfé lásán kí ìpòǹgbẹ ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu fún àyípadà rere lè di mímúṣẹ. akọ̀ròyìn wa Lydia Samson ló mú ìròyìn náà wá. gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Babájídé Sanwó-Olú ti ṣàpèjúwe ilé ìkóúnjẹsí àti ìdáàbòbò ohun tí ẹnu ń jẹ tí ó wà ní Kétu Èjìrìn nílùú Ẹ̀pẹ́ ni yóò fìdí múlẹ̀ títí ọdún 2025 pàápàá láti lè ṣe ẹ̀dínkù sí ọ̀wọ́n gógó oúnjẹ àti mímú oúnjẹ pọ̀ lọ́pọ̀ yanturu fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti rà. gómìnà ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nígbà tí ó ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbi iléeṣẹ́ yìí ní Ẹ̀pẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Èkó. akọ̀ròyìn wa Joy Ken Abakoya ló mú ìròyìn náà wá. lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà ni ó ti jẹ́ wípé àìní ìmọ̀ tó kún lórí ìlera ara ló máa ń ṣokùnfà kíkó àrùn kògbóògùn HIV and AIDS láwùjọ wa. èyí ló fà á tí wọ́n fi ké sí gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àti pàápàá jùlọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lẹ́ka kọ̀ọ̀kan láti mú un lókùnkúndùn láti máa dígbà lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn fún àyẹ̀wò ara wọn yálà nígbà tí àìsàn tàbí ìlera wọn tí ó bá wà. akọ̀ròyìn wa Joel Pópóọlá ló jábọ̀ èyí nínú àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára ìṣe àti àṣà gbogbo ènìyàn láti máa rí i dájú pé wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò ara wọn lóòrèkóòrè. tó a ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ fún ìròyìn wa ti àṣálẹ́ òní ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé Jésù Tom Moses fún ẹ̀dá ti Ògùn Ọlátúndé Àtàkẹ́nù lórúkọ mi ó dàárọ̀.
mi koto àtúngbè tán mi kó àbọ̀ dọ́lìnìjì san NTA Jésù tán Moses wẹ̀rẹ̀ nínú. Òòrùn èyí ò gbé tán ìsọ yìí ní òde òtòbó gan Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu kò ìbá yìí tó yẹ òtòbó France nọmẹ wọ́n yóò dé èyí kò tó yàtọ̀ dín náà òòrùn èyí àlè tí ń tó mẹ dúró yóò dé òtòbó gan wà sọ́tọ̀ gírígírí dọ́mọdọ̀ èyí tán náà tó mẹ́rin lẹ̀ tó gòdò mẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yẹ òjò náà yẹ dọ̀hó tó tètèrè tẹlifíṣàn sọ́wọ́ èmi tán ìmìíràn di Good Morning Nigeria wẹ̀ dèwé tó òòrùn yẹn náà yà lè 18 tó ògbétà zọlin sọ́yẹ̀ òtògbó France nọmẹ ẹ̀ òtògbó gan báyìí èdò yá dọ̀ọ̀nù mẹ́mẹ́ wẹ̀ yẹ kò yẹ yẹ dọ́ àlọ́ ẹ̀ mẹ́ nàdọ́mọdọ̀ ẹ̀ hẹ̀ àlè wà náà òtògbó Nàìjíríà tán ẹ̀ náà ẹ̀ òtù wẹ̀ èdò yá dọ̀ òòrùn yẹn gòdò gbígbẹ́ tán ní òde èyí mọ̀dọ̀ alẹ́ tó tìyín náà ti gbó kápó tó tóbó Nàìjíríà tó mẹ́ yé dọ̀ ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ máa yí gbọ̀mọ́ dọ̀ òòrùn dé máa yà lè sọ ẹ̀ mẹ́gbà lẹ́sàmìtàn Lydia Sampson ètò ìwọlẹ́tàn tó yá dọ̀ o tógbó lámìtàn tó faransé tógbó mẹ́ wáyé òde yé tó yá dọ̀ o tógbó ká tó àlọ́ òwe mẹ́mẹ́mẹ́ èyí láti kéwà ọ̀kan tó pọ̀ nothing to híhọ́ sí òwò dàlì mọ́kẹ́rẹ́ ògìlẹ́zọ́ látọ̀lì kébọ̀ nùdù dátìn tó tógbó Nàìjíríà tọ̀mẹ̀ òtítọ́ mọ́kàtọ̀ fọwọ́ mẹ́mẹ́lẹ́ èdò yàdọ̀ yé wà sọ́tò èjì tó gbé tàzọ̀rìn lọ sí ònú ìwà tẹ̀mẹ̀ wọ́n yóò dé yédọ̀ èèyàn wàpẹ́ bọ́sọ̀ yóò dé dọ̀ ẹ̀rẹ́ yóò dé àlèwà náà òhòdó táyé dé èkótó àlọ́ ẹ̀mẹ́dọ̀. Ònú èyí ò nọ̀tẹ̀ ní èyí kòtò gbígbá tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ filẹ̀ èyí ò filẹ̀ èdò ẹ̀ lánà ò báyìí ò ti tó ònú rúlẹ̀ sí ònú ìwà tán tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ tí tó kẹ́tù ẹ̀jẹ̀rìn tó ẹ̀ pẹ́ sí ò lẹ́dọ̀mẹ̀ tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ wẹ̀ẹ́dọ̀ yàdọ̀ èyí ò lè yàrá fún àzọ́ tó èjì tó pẹ́ ẹja àyìmọ̀tẹ̀gá ẹni àwọn onítàn Babájídé Sanwó-Olú wẹ̀ẹ́dọ̀ òhùlọ tó ní ìgbà òjò náà bo ìdra àzọ́pẹ́lọpọ́n tó àyìmátẹ́yìmẹ́ tó wẹnu ẹ báyò títọ́ lọ táyì ìlẹ̀sàmítọ̀ jọ kẹ́hìn àbá pé àdó ẹ̀dọ́ ètò ìyá jọ títọ́ lọ wáyò dé èyí tó gbígbá ọ̀nà tẹ́tọ̀ tó èjìrìn tó kẹ́tù ẹ̀pẹ́ sí lẹ́dọ́mẹ́ bọ̀ ẹ̀yìn òun dé òpọ́tọ́ láti lọ ìdákẹ́lẹ́ òtẹ́mẹ́ náà nù dúdú ṣoṣo tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ́ àyèmọ̀tẹ́ká tó olùwé tó hódọ̀ tó filọ̀dán wọ̀ ètò ìyá dọ̀ ẹ̀yìn òun.